Don't know if you can make that out, but there's a pheasant over there strutting around, having a wander. Good morning, welcome back to the channel, hope you're well. I'm down in Woodlesford today, LS26, which is Leeds area. You've seen I've done vlogs in the area before. I'm at the other side today though, I'm going down Fleet Lane at the minute. There used to be a pit round here called Water Hague, so I'll put a picture up of what it looked like at some point now, so you can see it. So yeah, I think they mined there for about 60 years in the sort of like early 1900s before it was shut. And I'm pretty sure it's where the football ground now stands. There's the West Riding County FA down here. Nearly got taken out there by a twig. So I'm just here to show you a quick look round. Now, there is reports around here of suspicious behaviour. Now, I've seen the Pews on tour. If you've not seen them, go watch Gareth and Tricia. Really, really good couple. They were down here a couple of weeks ago filming, and let's just say there was some strange activities occurring. Now, I have heard that before, to be honest, so we'll have a look and see if we see anything, but let's get down here and get to the canal and have a wander. So I couldn't get parked anywhere near where I wanted to because it's literally rammed down here. Now, I've got my hat on, the sun's coming out typically, but it wasn't that warm when I set off. So I've probably got about half a mile walk down this lane. It's not the best, there's no path, so just watch the cars if you're walking down here. Just remember what I learnt in Boy Scouts. Always walk into the oncoming traffic so you can get out the way if you have to. But yeah, it's lovely down here. Really nice and peaceful. There's a cracking marina called Lemonro where all the barges sort of line up. I'll show you that. And they're obviously moored along the canal too. Belting lock. One that makes me blood run cold though when all the local kids decide to jump in it in the summer. Not the best, folks. Stay away. Doesn't that look pretty? But I absolutely hate it. It sends my hay fever into overdrive. So there's also lots of little walks through these woods. I think one's called Escheld Woods. That takes you actually to the site of an old brewery. Yeah, there was Bentley's Brewery down there, sort of over in that direction. Honestly, this dog's going to be the death of me. He's just got it in his head at the minute that everything's going to finish him off. So he's so nervous, so jumpy, and we don't know why. Apparently it's a Shih Tzu thing, they get really, really anxious. And he just literally, if we leave him, if you try and move him, sort of away from the road, out the way, is just a nightmare. So look at him now, he just keeps stopping. So if you know what suspicious activity I might be talking about before I reveal it, stick it in the comments down below. What do you think goes on round here? And it's very, very interesting. Not really. You wouldn't want to stumble across it, I don't think. That's a bit better. He's walking a bit better now. His tail's gone up. His tail was down and everything a minute ago. Wasn't happy. So I don't know if you can make that out. Transpennine Trail walking route. That goes all the way to Hornsey. A long way to walk. So you've still got an active railway line there. That still runs, folks. And then just up here, we'll walk up this way. There's a little walk, look. Now, this does take me into the danger zone of the suspicious activity. But we'll see what we find, if anything. So, first bit of evidence. There's lots of discarded sort of wipes and baby wipes and tissues in the woods up there. So yeah, a bit of a clue as to what a nocturnal activity is happening around this bit of Woodlesford. I wonder if that's some more evidence as to what may be going on around here. We don't know. And here we are, we've made it to the bottom of Fleet Lane. Dog's a bit happier now. Even though this is another trait he started doing. Does anybody else's dog do that? Apparently it's to kick the scent in the air when they've had a wee. Now he never used to do it, but he's doing it now all the time, continuously. So that is Fleet Lane Bridge that we're just coming under now. Let's get to the other side and head towards Lemonro Lock. Really nice barge up here. I've seen this one before, part further up. It's called May Contain Nuts. I wonder if that's referring to the people who live on it. Look at that lovely barge. There's quite a lot of motorhomes around here parking up, so if you have got one of those, then it looks like you can do some overnight down here if you want. Morning. Morning. So this is the Lemonro Marina where all the boats actually park up, but look at that. Loads of them. Some people have even got little gardens by them and plants and things. We might be lucky here and get to see a barge going through the lock, which would be interesting. I might put a time lapse on it if I can get there in time. So again, lots of little places you can go for walks and bike rides around here. Really quality place, and it goes all the way over that side as well. Cross over and there's even more over that way. So this guy's just opened the lock, so we're going to have a look at this if I can keep the dog away from the edge. So there you can see, look now, the level in there is down to level at the other side, but when we came in and I walked past, it was up to the top. You can see the line there, so, and the water's just trickling back in, look over there, to level it up again a bit. So yeah, marvellous bit of engineering, Victorian era. And the barge is going off down there, look, on its merry travels. So I've just crossed over, let me line you up a bit better. Just crossed over the other side there now. I'm going to walk back down here this way, show you the sort of where the River Aire meets and St Aidan's over, which is on the right hand side in that direction. Another really nice place to walk. Interesting bit of architecture there called Oddball, which is an old dragline mining thing from America, I think. So yeah, really worth going to see Oddball. There's definitely been a few oddballs around here as well, judging by what I've seen littered around, but more on that in a minute when I get to the end. But let's keep walking up this side of the canal now. Just going to go through here because I think there's something else decent worth seeing. I could be wrong, and I might have made that up, but let's go down here. So this is the River Aire. So obviously that was the Aire and Calder navigation stroke canal on that side, and this is the actual river, folks. So St Aidan's that I mentioned was actually formed by it was an open cast mine that flooded. The River Aire burst its banks and there was like millions of gallons of water went in there and created the lakes that you see now. So yeah, here we go, look, there's some, you can see there's a bit of fishing down here. Another little weir, bit of an outflow from the canal into the river. With some duckies. Just while I'm wandering around in these bushes, thanks for watching. Again, thanks for subscribing. Now, if you found me by accident, if YouTube's brought you to this channel, I'm Gavlos. I do a bit of everything, bit of food, bit of walking around, bit of travel. I do have a full-time job, so I can't do this anywhere near as often as I'd like. So I do it as and when, mainly on a weekend when it's free and the weather's nice. So thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything as long as you've got a YouTube account, which you obviously have because you're watching this. Just click the subscribe button. It's totally free. You really help me and you help the channel. It pushes it out to other people. If you subscribe and click that little bell, then all you'll get, the worst thing that'll happen is every now and then on your phone you'll get a little push notification that says Gavlos has uploaded a new video. So if you can do that for me, it'd mean the world. Right, let's crack on. So there's a little weir down there. Now, I'm 100% convinced you used to be able to walk over there. And all this looks pretty new since I was last here. Oh, it's the boat club. So there now is a boat club. I saw on Pews on Tour that they saw some boats. I'm thinking, well, where have they seen the boats? Because I didn't see any. So I think all this down here is new. I'm sure this wasn't here last time I came. Like I say, I normally go the other side rather than down here a lot. And here we have the rowing boat launch. So you can't moor here. This is where obviously they launch the rowing boats from. There's none of them out today, which I'm amazed about on a day like this, but hey ho. But yeah, that's all new. So this wasn't here last time I came. There's a little memorial there to a guy called Sausage, aka Mark Liversidge. So he obviously liked a can of Foster's. There's a old faded Foster's t-shirt, a picture of him, and a can. Very good. Now, I did lie when I said you couldn't get through here. You can. They've just built a new entrance. So, again, like I say, all this is brand new. You can tell by the fencing that this brings you to the bridge that you could always walk across. So this brings you to the... You're on the edge of St Aidan's over here, which is the Wildlife Park RSPB. So looks like I can get back out that way. I'll show you the weir over here. So I hope you like that little wander around that bit of Lemonro. So that was Lemonro Marina, which is in Woodlesford. I'll stick a what 3 words up so you can kind of find your way here. I'll put that over the screen now, and then you can have a look at where it is and come and see it if you want. Lovely peaceful place. So I'll walk on this top bit. We are going to walk back in that direction eventually, but for now we'll walk along the top bit here and just see what we can see. It's a lovely day now. Glorious weather. See a lot of midges around. I don't know if the camera's picking them up. So if you've not guessed the strange behaviour that I was going to tell you about that goes on down here, apparently it's a dogging hotspot. So yeah, the Pews on Tour mentioned it. As I said, I kind of knew about it. You do, when we're in them woods at the start, when I'd walk down that lane, discarded condoms, wipes. It's not great, is it? And apparently it's man on man. Each to their own like, but yeah, that's what goes on around here. So you can see the car park there. There is a car park down this end now. I've parked in there, no trouble before, but absolutely heaving today. I think I've obviously guessed the sun's going to come out and there's me with my woolly hat on. So just over there in the distance you can see that's one of the lakes from St Aidan's, which is over the other side of that weir. So that's where it is. It goes on for quite some distance. It's a really, really long walk. I've done a 10k run round there back in the day when I was running, when I was fit and healthy. Really nice run. Lots of wildlife. So if you're into bird watching, bird spotting, or you just want a decent walk with the kids, it's flat. They've got a little cafe. There's bikes there. You can get bikes around it. Really good. So I've tried to zoom in a bit better. You might be able to make out all the birds that are flying around in those wetlands over there. And then here, if you turn round, you've got like that little bird hide there. I think that's what that is. So you can get in there with your long camera, your binoculars, and watch those birds. Now that place I've just shown you there, that is Leeds oil depot. So I assume the oil used to come off the barges, get unloaded over there. Now there were plans to turn this into like a glamping sort of luxury wedding venue. I think it was Ashcourt, the developer, and it never really got off the ground, I don't think. I think there was a lot of objections to it. Now to me, that's a proper eyesore at the minute. But I guess they're just concerned about traffic, noise, that kind of thing down here, and disturbing the wildlife, I suppose. But yeah, that was Leeds oil refinery depot, not refinery, depot. So I hope you've enjoyed that little vlog, folks. It was just a Sunday morning walk with the dog. He's now knackered because he's been running around like a lunatic, so going to get him home, probably get him in the bath, I think, just to get all the dust and any crap he's picked up off him. Pollen, really. I think he does suffer from hay fever with allergies. We used to give him half a Periton, which apparently works with dogs. So you can do that if you've got a dog that you think's suffering with hay fever or allergies. So thanks for watching. That's all it was. And I'll, if you can subscribe, it really helps the channel, means a lot to us. Click that little bell as well and you'll get notified as to when I upload new stuff. I think I said in my previous vlog where we went up to the Huntsman at Home First, I might have some pretty big news coming in the next week or so. I have got some pretty big news coming, but I just need to dot some I's and cross some T's. And once I have, I'll come back to you and show you then. So I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.